morning everybody and welcome to another video. So with winter now being pretty much here, we're now in early December, and yeah, it's time for more indoor projects, of course. And as part of our microgreens production, you know, one of the things that we have to do is always keep things very efficient. And one of the things that are at this stage the most inefficient is our watering, because it takes a tremendous amount of time to actually go and water the plants every day, and Daniela has rigorously been doing that for the last 2 years. So what we're going to do is we're going to build an ebb and flow system so that we can take advantage of bottom watering.
Every day I set my soul on fire, burning through the walls of my mind. I try to see, but I am just a blind man, running round in circles, wasting my time.
Right, so we have all our lengths of wood cut, and what we're going to do now is start assembling. But first, we need to clean those trays too.
So if you have a look here, we have got 3 big trays, which I believe used to be used for the production of cheese. So they are food grade as far as I know. So we're going to be building an ebb and flow system for the microgreens, and this is how it works. So currently I take every tray and I water each tray individually every single day, which is a lot of labor on my part and time. So I'm creating something that would take that work away. So what I have here is the trays, which I now need to clean, and these guys are now going to go onto shelf, and the water will fill up maybe once or twice a day and drain out, just to make sure that every plant gets sufficient water instead of me going and watering everything one by one. So I'm very excited about this.
But I'm so tired of chasing ghosts. What I'm looking for, I just don't know. Have I gone too far to find my way back home? Yeah, I'm so tired of chasing ghosts.
Right, so we've spent a few days waiting for our elbow connectors and the pipes to be delivered, and not everything's here, but we're going to get started on getting some of it installed. Right, so the plan for this is not to have the pipes in front, because obviously, well, firstly it's ugly, but secondly, most importantly, is that we can't get the trays out if the pipes are hanging there. So the idea is that the pipes will be at the back. They're just at the front right now, so that we can actually build a lot easier and like get everything assembled, and then we'll flip it around. Right, so when measuring something else for a reservoir, I actually came to the conclusion and realization that these channels don't empty, because in a normal ebb and flow or flood table, it would drain completely. So because we had to kind of make these work for what we had, and we're going to test it out, is some of the water will remain behind here. So we have about 10 liters of water per container that will remain behind. So that takes our capacity down with 30 liters, and we probably just need about a 60 liter reservoir then, or at least 60 liters of water for flooding, and then probably a 90 liter reservoir still.
I keep on trudging, climbing up that same old hill.
So just for now, I'm using this old tub that we had.
Come into
existence. Probably not be the one we're using, but we'll get a similar size than this. And you'll see each tray has got its own hose going down into the tub. And the reason that we have a dedicated line for each tray is because I'm a little paranoid about clogging. And I do understand that the water will also drain out from the pump side if the pump's off. But if there's anything that goes wrong, if there's a clog on this side and the overflow can't happen, then I don't want to well, I don't want it to overflow, right? These systems, the reason that we're doing this is so that we can leave them largely unmonitored. So yeah, they're all just going in to here right now, and they each have a dedicated line. So now we're just waiting for our other lines to arrive, because that's a different diameter. Your output or your overflow is usually quite large to accommodate, well, overflow. And on the pump side, we're just waiting for this gauge pipe to arrive, and some T-piece connectors, and then we'll do that part, and then we should be good to go.
But I've been spinning my wheels for way too long, searching for the answers. Have I given it my all?
Right, so these are the flow controllers, and each tray is now getting a flow controller. And good for us, they're actually the right size. So that way we'll be able to, well, control the flow.
For those who don't speak Bainan, it's a tap.
Okay. Put plug there. Let's see. Oh yeah.
But I'm so tired of chasing ghosts, looking for the answers on this barren road. Have I gone too far to find?
Right, so on this setup, you'll notice that the inlet and the outlet side we currently have at the same height, which is obviously not the way that ebb and flow works 100%, but because we only need a thin film of water, there's actually, if you look over there, there's a small space that actually, of about 5 millimeters, that actually remains. So the idea is that we keep flooding that film of water, and then it will wick up into the mats that we use. So we're going to try that for now, because the settings are just too much for microgreens on these things. So we would maybe have to, in the next iteration, the next version of these, I think I'll take that. I'll try and like put it in the bottom there, so at least it can drain the film of these things. But as you see, they're quite dry anyway. So we're going to give that a shot and see how it goes. Oh,
Ooh.
sounds are happening. Let's switch it off. And you can hear it draining through the pump.
I see the water draining back out through the pump.
So it's now been about a week and everything is growing really well, and I'm really happy with the system, and time to start actually putting more systems together so we can full motion this. So thanks for tuning in this week, guys, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.